Hello, dear fans, friends, and subscribers. Welcome to the Cricket Happening Show here. Very unfortunately, I would say that the Bangladesh fans should have been extremely disappointed today. They were definitely looking at history, but again, it was always going to be difficult because Sabir Rahman had only the tailenders. Sabir Rahman was absolutely, I would say, dejected. One can see that as Joe Root was the one who was consoling him when he was sitting there after Bangladesh lost the match with England taking this test match, taking a 1-0 lead in the two-match test series. And Bangladesh couldn't really make that piece of history that was required. But Sabir Rahman, well, he had only the tailenders, and Ben Stokes' reverse swing actually did the job. So as I said yesterday, that it would be interesting to see what Ben Stokes does, what Alistair Cook, the English captain, does, whether he's going to take the new ball or he's going to go for the reverse swing of Ben Stokes, and that's what precisely happened. And Sabir Rahman was not out on 64, on a valiant 64, I would say, but definitely the tailenders' wickets were nipped up pretty quickly by Ben Stokes with his reverse swing, and thus the match ended. So our commiserations to Bangladesh, but congratulations to England for winning a very, very well fought test match here at Chittagong. And also, as far as the West Indies and Pakistan were concerned today, Pakistan declaring the innings closed at 224 for 2, and thus setting a mighty chase for the West Indians of scoring almost like 456 or 57 runs for victory, and West Indies finished with 171 on the day after losing 4 wickets. And tomorrow, that is on the final day of this test match, they require another 285 runs to actually win the test match. They have 6 wickets, so I think probably one could very rightly say here that definitely things are favoring the Pakistan, no doubt. And as you know, tomorrow is the final day of the test match, so the footmarks would be there, roughs would be created, and one is sure that West Indies are going to find it tough here to actually get 285 runs for victory. But nevertheless, we have a nice game of play, I would say, nice day coming up tomorrow out in Pakistan and West Indies. But first, let's head off to that historic match, not a historic match, the match where Bangladesh were, all the Bangladesh fans who were waiting with bated breath, one could say, because they would have definitely spent, the cricketers would have definitely spent a sleepless night, especially the Bangladesh cricketers Sabir Rahman and Tajul Islam, and also the Bangladeshi fans would have been extremely disappointed. But as the day started, we saw Sabir Rahman played confidently. In fact, he pushed one delivery from broad through the cover region, went for 2 runs. Tajul Islam took a single, and things. They were okay. They were just getting along, and they pushed the score to 263 at that stage. They were just inching closer, one could say. They had actually reduced the margin. They needed 286, so basically they had actually reduced the margin by 10 runs in the morning. But as I said, it was just a matter of seeing what was Alistair Cook's plan. The new ball was due, but Alistair Cook decided that he won't take the new ball, and he decided that he trusted his bowler Ben Stokes, of whom he had high praise in the post-match press conference. That is, we are talking about Ben Stokes, and once Ben Stokes was given the ball, the match was definitely. There was definitely, we saw the tailenders were at the rough end of the stick here, as Tajul Islam getting the ball to reverse swing first picked up Tajul Islam LBW bowled Stokes for 16 with 2 boundaries. So, and after that, Shafiul Islam, well, he would have definitely nurtured hopes with actually being the hero. When one remembers, I think it was in the World Cup where actually Bangladesh registered a win over England, and Shafiul Islam was totally instrumental in taking them to victory the other day. That is on that particular day. But this is different cricket. This is Test cricket, and Shafiul Islam did not even last long. In fact, once Tajul Islam was gone, it was Sabir Rahman was stranded there on 64 not out with 3 4s and 2 6s. And Shafiul Islam was the next victim, with a nip backer coming in from Stokes, and Shafiul Islam was also walking back to the pavilion with Sabir Rahman absolutely disconsolate. But well, this is cricket. One has to accept it. Joe Root was the one who was trying to probably console Sabir Rahman, which was good to see. But finally, it all ended up for Bangladesh with really nothing to show for themselves, as they lost the match by 22 runs, and England took a 1-0 lead in the two-match series. Bowling, well, as I said, it's only Ben Stokes with his reverse swing, 11.3 overs, 2 maidens, 20 runs and 2 wickets. And I thought that was the right decision on the part of Alistair Cook, that he did not take the new ball, because the new ball could have gone for runs. And I thought that was the right piece of captaincy by Alistair Cook, the England captain, as he summoned Ben Stokes, and Ben Stokes did the job for him. And Ben Stokes was immensely praised by Alistair Cook in his post-match press conference, telling that he's such an mercurial all-rounder that any team, anyone would love to have. And why not? He definitely is, no doubt. He can transform the match in a jiffy. He's such a player, Ben Stokes. He's a quality player, and he's someone who can really change the match in a trice. So that was it. That was it as far as that match was concerned. And looking at the man of the match, was Ben Stokes with his batting and bowling, picking up the man of the match award, and truly deserved it. Well, one thing I can say about Bangladesh is that Bangladesh, even though they lost this particular match, there is one big plus that they are taking from this match. First of all, credit to bringing Sabir Rahman into the test fold on his debut. I mean, to be faced with such a very, very tough situation where he had to nurture his team to victory. And even then, he did his job in the best possible manner, but it's just a matter of the support not being there, because, and one can't really expect much from the tailenders, and the tailenders were, but Sabir Rahman himself can really cover his head with glory here to carve out an unbeaten 64 3-4s. One definitely felt sorry for him, but Sabir Rahman is one for the player for the future. Now, Sabir Rahman has shown that whether it be test matches, T20 or one-day internationals, he is going to cement his place in this Bangladesh team. And I can say for a fact that he's a quality player, Sabir Rahman. So Sabir Rahman, well done, but very unfortunate that he couldn't pilot his team to victory. Well, from here we are getting on to the other match, which is between West Indies and Pakistan. So Pakistan were the ones who resumed their overnight score, and they finished at 227 for 2. In fact, they declared the innings closed with Azhar Ali contributing 79 with 5 boundaries. Asad Shafiq played very sedately, one could say, for his 58 unbeaten runs with 3 4s. Yunis Khan also played some sedate cricket, not out on 29, and that was it. The Pakistan captain applying the declaration at 227 for 2, thus setting a 450 runs odd chase for the West Indians. I'm not going to go into the bowling figures. There's not much to really read about the bowling figures here. As far as West Indies were concerned, they started off the chase with Craig Brathwaite and Johnson at the centre, and it was Yasir Shah, the right-arm leggy, who actually provided the breakthrough for Pakistan, as he forced Leon Johnson to play a sweep shot, and in playing that sweep shot, Leon Johnson ended in getting clean bowled round his legs for 9 with 1 boundary. So that made it 28 for 1 when Johnson left, and Darren Bravo came in and joined Brathwaite. Brathwaite was really playing very well. He was making sure that he was guarding the fort for the West Indies in the company of Darren Bravo. Darren Bravo, after making 13 runs, he actually played a shot which was playing away from the ball. Rahat Ali was the bowler. He tried to actually squeeze the ball past the backward point region, and in the process he played it in the air. The ball was swinging outside the off stump, and in fact, if you look at the shot, Darren Bravo actually played away from the body, and that ended in the ball actually going in the air and Mohammad Nawaz taking a good catch at the backward point. He was gone for 13 with 1 boundary. He made 63 for 2. Marlon Samuels came in and joined Craig Brathwaite, was looking solid at the crease by really blocking well and also at times really playing some very good throws. He's a very technically perfect player, Craig Brathwaite. As Samuels came in, Samuels, well, once he reached 23, he made 23 runs with 2 fours. It was very essential with such a big chase. They definitely wanted Darren Bravo and Samuels to say, but that was not to be. Samuels was also gone as Yasir Shah actually caught and bowled him off his own bowling. He was gone for 23, which made it 112 for 3, and with just 12 runs added, Brathwaite, who was looking very solid at the crease at that particular time, also fell a victim as he was claimed LBW by Mohammad Nawaz for 67, 6 fours and 1 6, and then it was left to Jermaine Blackwood and Ralston Chase to really start repairing the innings for the West Indies, which they did with actually close of play approaching on the fourth day. They have so far added 46 good runs, 46 runs to the good, with Blackwood there not out on 41 with 3 boundaries, and Chase was not out on 17 with 2 boundaries. So 171 for 4, leaving West Indies now 285 runs to win on the final day. And I think it is, I can probably say here that Pakistan are looking favourites. The reason being, one is all the experienced players have all gone. Well, West Indies still have some batting to come. Let me tell you, Jermaine Blackwood and Chase have to put up a long partnership here. That is very important. And besides that, they have Shai Hope still to come. So there's still some batting to come for West Indies. So West Indies can probably say, even though Pakistan are looking favourites, I would say West Indies can still try to see whether they can put up a show which they put up against India, as you would remember, when India were in the West Indies. But again, it's going to be a real test. Ralston Chase has to probably show that knock that he played where he was compared to Sir Gary Sobers against India, as you remember. So whether he can do that, and Blackwood also has to probably get a century, and then think of Shai Hope and Jason Holder contributing in a big manner, and probably that is so the final day. So West Indies would be probably definitely either trying to get the victory or trying to draw the match. It all remains to be seen as to how really things pan out. But 285 runs at the current rate, one could probably say that Pakistan are the favourites to win this match and take the series 2-0. But definitely it's not over. Tomorrow would tell us whether what really happened. So the match is not yet over, I could say. The bowling, well, as far as Pakistan were concerned, Rahat Ali 40 overs, 1 man, 1 for 40 bowled well. Yasir Shah 2 for 60, 1 for 14 for Mohammad Nawaz. Sohail Khan none for 24. But as I said, there's an interesting day's play coming up between Pakistan and West Indies on the final day here at the at the stadium here in Abu Dhabi, which is called the Sheikh Zayed Stadium in Abu Dhabi. And one looks forward to that game of cricket tomorrow. That's on the final day, with West Indies requiring 285 runs more to actually win the test match and square the series. But all in all, it should be an interesting day which is coming up tomorrow at Abu Dhabi. Well, dear fans, friends and subscribers, I have to say that Angelo Matthews of Sri Lanka is injured, and one could probably see Rangana Herath for the first time in his a veteran of many test match, probably going to captain Sri Lanka on the tour of Zimbabwe. Well, dear fans and subscribers, I have nothing else to really dwell on. That really sums up everything, and look forward to your company tomorrow on my cricket app. I look forward to my company, probably a bit late, I could say, but definitely I'll be seeing you folks tomorrow. Till such time, it's good night from here. Thank you.